How do species richness and evenness define biodiversity? Imagine walking through a forest and seeing many different kinds of trees, animals, and insects. How do scientists tell us how diverse that place really is? That's where the ideas of species richness and species evenness come into play. These two ideas help us understand the full picture of biodiversity, which is the variety of living things in an ecosystem. Species richness is simply counting how many different species are present in a certain area. For example, if you look at a pond and find 5 types of fish, 3 kinds of frogs, and 2 species of insects, then the total species richness is 10. The more different species there are, the higher the species richness. This tells us how many different kinds of plants, animals, and other organisms live there. Species evenness, on the other hand, looks at how the individuals are spread out among those species. If one species makes up most of the population while others are rare, then the evenness is low. But if all species have about the same number of individuals, the evenness is high. High evenness means no single species dominates, which usually makes the ecosystem more balanced and stable. When scientists measure biodiversity, they use both species richness and evenness together. An area with many species but one species dominating is less balanced than an area with many species that are all fairly evenly distributed. For example, a grassland with 10 different plant species, each with roughly the same number of plants, is more diverse in a healthy way than one where one plant takes over most of the space. In ecosystems and biomes, these ideas help us understand how healthy and resilient an environment is. If a forest has high species richness and high evenness, it can better withstand changes like pests or climate shifts. For students, thinking of species richness as how many different kinds of living things are here, and species evenness as how equally they are shared, makes these concepts easier to grasp. Activities like counting different types of leaves or insects in your yard can make learning about biodiversity fun and hands-on. Remember, both the number of species and how they are shared are key to understanding how ecosystems work and why protecting a variety of species is so important for nature's health.